May 25th, 2015. It's been 11 years since we lost Adam. And every year now I share a Memorial Day message. And this year, when thinking about the Memorial Day and what message I might give, in the past I've always talked about what is Memorial Day. And when I've talked about the history of Memorial Day, and I may have talked about the meaning of Memorial Day, but I really kind of zeroed in on that this year as I've reflected on what does it mean to our soldiers? What does it mean to our Gold Star families? What does it mean when a nation defines a Decoration Day or Memorial Day? And so good morning to my family, my friends, and my community. It hasn't been a tradition for me to share with you my thoughts this time of year in honor of Sergeant Adam Wayne Estep. Our family is honored through Adam's commitment to be part of the U.S. Army 1st Cavalry, the 1st Team. I shared last year that we attended the 10-year anniversary of his unit and the amazing camaraderie and connection these soldiers and their families had, and the honor that was provided to Carriot and I as one of their Gold Star families. What is a Gold Star family? For those that may not know what a Blue Star or Gold Star family is, please let me share. When our loved one joins the service, we become a Blue Star family, a family that supports our loved one and our country through their service. When that loved one is lost through that service, typically in battle, then that family receives a new honor. They are our Gold Star family. This year I want to share from a different perspective, though. As a Gold Star family, we get to see a different perspective than some. I see the posts of our community, the mothers, fathers, and family members who can't resolve the loss of their loved one, who are hurting through that pain. A soldier working through the loss of his battle buddy a decade later, guilt, remorse, pain. Every day takes a strength to persevere and to move forward. Let me share 2 thoughts recently from members of Adam's unit. In honor of Robert Arciaga, 4/4/2004. Here's something that his brother wrote for his unit 10 years for their 10-year reunion. 10 years ago today, our hearts and lives changed forever. Not only with those who lost someone, but for those who returned home with memories they never asked for. There were 8 men who made the ultimate sacrifice that day. One cannot express in words the depths of sorrow we feel for the tremendous loss. In the midst of sorrow and heartbreak comes a ray of sunlight when we remember that these men and women were like what they were like in their short lives. Each had their own way of making a mark on our lives. Sergeant Eddie Chan, always joking and a good friend. Specialist Casey Sheehan, a beloved son. He was not part of 2-5, but a brother nonetheless. Corporal Forrest Jose, a born soldier. Specialist Ahmed Kaysen, a young man and dedicated father. Sergeant Michael Mitchell, a tough but young, sweet brother. Specialist Stephen Hiller, always laughing and a young father. Specialist Israel Garza, a proud father and my brother's best friend. And Specialist Robert Ray Asiaga, a loving man, a good friend, and my little brother. He goes on to share the meaning of the reunion to him. 3 weeks later, our Adam was lost. Their brother, a leader, a man that knew his faith and always had a smile on his face and a moment to share with you. Our son. We miss him dearly. When I thought about the message that I wanted to share this year, I was introduced to another aspect as we observed our soldiers grieve and honor their own. This is from one of the officers of Adam's unit, and I share this with you for your consideration. To all my friends and family, please do not thank a veteran this weekend. I have seen several 1 or 2 sentence posts regarding this, and to those who don't understand, out of context, it may appear rude, so I wanted to explain. Like me, many veterans have lost multiple brothers and sisters in combat. So to us, this is a particularly special day or weekend. Veterans have a day to be recognized for their service, and Memorial Day is to remember and give praise and thanks for the unfortunate soldiers that didn't make it home. And Memorial Day is to remember and give praise and thanks to those unfortunate soldiers who paid the ultimate sacrifice. When you tell a veteran thank you, he or she probably will politely accept that thanks because they know you have the best of intentions. However, what they may not understand is that veteran will very likely deep down feel guilt or even shame for accepting the praise. And that understanding and belonging to the fallen, like me, many veterans feel that their brother and sister who fell on foreign or domestic ground had so much more to offer the world in many different ways, and deep down some of us wish we could be trading places with them, because that is how much we love them. So stealing their praise on the one weekend a year they get it, even though they deserve it so much more, is almost disrespecting in a veteran's eyes. If you know a veteran and wish to say something, please say something along the lines, or I'm sorry for your loss, as it will have a much deeper meaning and truly give you the meaning of Memorial Day. I hope each and every one of you enjoy this weekend. Truly remember what this day is about. Fallen, but never forgotten. You can see through these two stories from our current generation of soldiers that this day has a different meaning that transcends what we might consider a holiday weekend. I expect this is no different than our previous generation of soldiers. To each of them, each of us as soldiers and as citizens of the United States. This year's message is about what is the meaning of Memorial Day. Memorial Day is a day for us to remember, to honor, to grieve, and to find solace with our friends and family for the fallen soldiers that we have lost. Today we are here in beautiful downtown Campbell as a community, as a family, to honor and remember all those that have served and given the ultimate sacrifice. Like our fathers before us, I remember my father, Staff Sergeant Richard Baker, and my son, Sergeant Adam Eastep. Thank you for your time, for listening to my words, and for remembering all those that have served. Have a honorable Memorial Day. Thank you.